Young guys. A lot of our room is consisted of young guys. So just, having a full year under Coach Riley's system, and, having some of the veteran guys like Kyron and Kyle in the room, I think, just having more consistency, being more comfortable in Coach Riley's system, I think you're really going to be able to see that show up on Sunday.
As a young guy yourself, just what would have been the biggest keys, to you in terms of development in your game over the past, fall and spring and that sort of thing?
Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but my biggest thing is just trying to focus on being more physical. I'm bigger than probably every DB I'll end up playing. And so, I'm just trying to play like I'm bigger than most of the DBs I'll play. So that's been my biggest thing, is just trying to work on my physicality.
What goes into training, off-season training, and just specific work, with that for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously we've got Coach Wiley, we've got Miss Rachel and her staff on the nutrition side. They've done, unbelievable things, just for me in general, and then as a team, as a whole. This off season, I feel like everyone's been able to step up their game, and like I said, I think you're really going to see that. And in terms of individual work, me and whether it's me and Miller, me and just other receivers, just learning, taking pieces from each other's games. We're always together. We're always working together, trying to get better together, watching film together. We're doing all that stuff together. So I feel like there's a really close bond that you'll end up seeing too.
We've been talking about Miller taking on a leadership role since December, but is there a good anecdote or a good story that stands out that really kind of encapsulates that, or kind of shows his next level leadership this year?
Yeah. I don't know if there's necessarily one story that stands out, but I mean, you can see it all the time. I mean, he's the guy who breaks down the team every day. He's going to be the guy who'll give us speeches. He's going to be he's the guy that everyone rallies around, and the entire team rallies around him. It's not just the offense that rallies around him. It's not just the defense that's rallying around their captains. It's so much more of just a unity. As a team, we're so much closer, just as a team. So I'm super excited to see.
Was that something that, obviously Caleb Williams was the starting quarterback last year and he was backup, but was that something you saw from the minute you got on campus? It's just that kind of almost like natural born leader, or is that was something that you've seen progress through now, the last year and this year?
100%. I mean, if you know Miller, it's in his personality to be that guy, be that leader, and he embraces that role. But like everything, with practice, you'll get better. And so while you did feel it last year, everyone respects Miller, everyone's gonna rally around Miller, and everyone knew that last year. But, as he stepped into the role of being that guy, with those practice, with those reps of doing, being that guy every single day, he's for sure gotten better, just like anything.
Who do you think is going to lead the team in receiving this year and why?
I think our entire room is incredible. I'm just hoping all of us, can go out there and shine and do our thing.
We saw Jacoby joining with the marching band last week during practice. What's his personality? What stands out to you about Jacoby?
Jacoby's Jacoby. Everyone loves Jacoby. He's an impossible person not to love. His energy is so infectious, and he brings that energy every day. He's always going to be the same exact person. And you can't ask for more than that. He's a guy who's going to bring a smile to every single person's face. And he's obviously, an incredible playmaker, so that only adds to it.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've seen Jacoby do recently?
Recently? Well, okay.
Or ever.
I've got a story about Jacoby. So we do this thing called Monday Night Football, right? And it's where, a lot of times when you're not getting a ton of reps during the season, we'll do that. It's for the guys, just to compete against each other and run some plays on Monday nights. So last year, he was doing it. He scored a touchdown. He caught a ball one-handed and then just did a headstand. A legit, not a handstand, not on his hands. He did a headstand. Just went up on his head and just like a plank, just stood on his head. I don't know how he did it. I would probably break my neck if I tried to do it, but but he managed to do it. So that's just Jacoby for you.
How long did he hold this headstand?
Man, it was probably like a smooth 3 seconds. Man, it's insane. I'm not sure how he did it, but super impressive.
Thanks, dude.